Any questions?
We've got one directed at Brett.
No, it's going to be followed.
Would they let me direct it straight now?
Okay, this year when I came in as president, I organised and managed to hook up a lot of links with a lot of universities around the country, Game Society-wise. We've had a few tournaments against them LOL-wise, we played a few LANs with them on Minecraft and Team Fortress. You guys are going to be social officers, so obviously you're going to try and hopefully keep in touch with these universities and their gaming societies. My question is, how are you going to do it?
Just like, obviously you had like the League of Legends Team Fortress, all that kind of thing set up with different universities and stuff, and just try and reinforce that, like reinforce all the links you've made or people made last year, reinforce it, and maybe try some new ones like, I've got a few friends at different universities, trying to get contact with their societies along the same kind of lines. If you get the same events like Minecraft, League of Legends, or some new events started up.
Okay. Well, I know people in the council of gaming at Exeter, Aberystwyth and Hatfield. So hopefully we can go through them and also perhaps go through the NUL channels and try and get to different universities, just spread the name out, I think.
No one else.
Mario or Sonic?
Sonic.
Wait, so you can ask Mario Sonic, I can ask what class
We'll let
Warcraft first.
You have to wait until the full Q&A. You do it now.
Mario.
Sorry, guys. I'll bring back the. It's not. You both mentioned you play World of Warcraft, and Pete, you said you were a guild leader. What kind of guild was it?
Progression and challenge.
Okay. So was that on running weekly events and everything? Yeah. Were you in charge of that?
I was in charge of that and raiding, so we were constantly every day on,
Okay.
and then 3 raids a week.
Right. How big was the guild?
First one we were able to fill 25 mans. Second one broke off from that, and we done 10 mans, 8 with 8 people.
Okay. And Brett, you said you played World of Warcraft. Were you involved in the guild at all, and were you a high-ranking person at all? Did you help organise anything?
I played it just to play it. I didn't play solely to try and be a guild leader or anything.
Have you been involved in any games at all that are multiplayer that can, that you helped organise at all?
Can't say I have.
Okay.
Extending from Forth's question about World of Warcraft, what factions, races and classes did you play?
No, my question is actually important because it is hard to organise a lot of people around online games.
Quick answer, that's great.
Oh, Trump.
Mimi?
A lot of the previous people have mentioned jams as a sister society as well as linking debating team. What kind of things do you think you would try and do to involve other groups and societies aside from jams and linking debating? And how would you kind of go on about it?
Right, firstly, just have sessions, start speaking to the council, and try and develop 3 networks through there. We go around on Freshers Week to each table and start seeing if we can actually think up some new ideas. So we go to football and try and see if we can get foot with people or something. So it's a challenge.
As contact like each society, like if someone from like I don't know, Cheese and Wine Society wants to be like if someone wants to get involved in different societies, go to those and see if we can arrange some form of like event, like if I use the Cheese and Wine Society for example, some sort of like fun-based game around that which everyone can benefit from. It's again like about the vendors mainly rather than council members.
Okay, yes.
What would you say is your biggest focus if you were to get into this position? If the biggest thing you want to focus on, it can only be one thing, what would it be?
Members' interests.
Always toss up. Definitely focus on getting the Wednesday sessions done, so running perfectly.
I'll let Charlotte then go up to Mike.
Because I think it's a question was asked to me. What do you think is your major weakness and how would you combat it if you came into a role in society?
You can hear on my head.
What
It has been, yeah.
It's going. Major weakness, getting carried away.
My major weakness is I can get extremely laid back about things.
Okay, Rob?
Based on your past experiences, not past jobs, not past guild associations, anything, why do you think you'd be good as a social events officer?
Yeah. I see myself, like I said in my presentation, I'm quiet, but I'm very approachable. If things need to be sorted, I can work my best to get sorted out. The way I see it is, I take everyone's interests into, like, but I take everyone's, like, interests and try and work with those, make sure everyone benefits from one, like, each thing. So once again, it's always right about you guys rather than me.
I'm rather focused, and I would like to try new things. So I would happily dive into everyone's new interests and bring new games to light and what sort. So we try and see if we can get everyone big tournaments ready for every choice.
Yeah, right. What do you guys consider to be your greatest strength?
Ladies first.
My determination. When I'm at work, for example, I'm determined to get the job done in as quick as possible and as well as possible.
Passionate. Any word I can say really is passionate. It's just a huge part of my life. So.
Any John?
In regards to like the rest of the council and you approach your role, would you show initiative and go off and find events yourself personally, or would you always be in talks with the rest of the council to confer with them?
I'd personally go look for events and get as much details about it as possible, and then I'd present it to council as a whole and see what they think, like if it's a good idea, bad idea, or we just need to find out more about it.
Well, when I was making the presentation for this, I was googling around trying to have a look at different expos and stuff we can have a look at running at. Then present it to the rest of the council. Then if they all agree, then we'll put it on the Facebook page as a vote and see how much interest we can drum up. Then we'd have a look and see what kind of buses we order.
Can I just chime in? Most gaming expos that occur over the summer, would you be willing to try and organise something outside of university time?
More than happily.
Then on the note of expos and over the summer, bigger expos, potentially overseas ones, if there was interest, would you be willing to organise that? Because it would require a lot more work and funding than a normal expo would. For example, Gamescom in August.
Yeah.
Do you want to?
So I'll get the fill up. Well, I'd have to go ahead and have a look at quotas first per person, then I'd stick it out in a either on Facebook or the announcements, see how many people want to go and see if it's worthwhile us organising that on.
Similar kind of thing, like I'd find out how much it would cost, like per person. Then I'd present it like to the council, see what they think, and then post a poll on Facebook, see what everyone likes, or put it through announcements. Because like obviously, if there's like 15 people, like obviously like the less people involved, it would be more expensive for people and things like that. So it's just kind of like looking into it and seeing how much it's going to cost each person.
Have one more, and I've got a question.
One more.
Oh, so. Did you have a question?
Yeah, I was going to say, when it came to other things as well, like organising big tournaments, you mentioned you wanted more, and I just wanted to know what ideas, tournaments-wise, you guys had.
Well, you got TF2, a Chivalry tournament that would be very cool. So we can get some jewels off and stuff like that.
Just like stuff everyone would like, or like even if like a group of 5 people would hold it, see what they think. Personally, I'd like to see card games come back in again, because obviously that's sort of gone down. Like, there's not been many tournaments and stuff, so I personally like to see those come in. Maybe some of the older titles as well, like get an N64 hooked up and have like a Golden Knight tournament or something like that.
Another question, so, how many societies are you members of? Are you interested in joining any particular societies next year?
Let's see, I think I'm just going to go for LGS, jams, and then we'll see whether I have enough free time to join surfing. That's only monthly.
Currently members of LGS, jams, and juggling.
Would you be willing to branch out into any more next year? Because I contribute the links we've gained this year with the Debating Society due to not just me, but my branching out to other societies myself.
I'm happy to join the Computing Society again, and we think about my football.
Okay. Last one,
Speaking about the Computing Society, I've heard a lot this academic year about apparently relations between LGS and the Computing Society being very strained and almost not cooperating at all. Is there any truth in that? Because if
not a question to me.
no, but if they're assuming there is, how how willing, how far would you like, or how enthusiastic would you guys be about repairing any relations?
Well, with Computing Society as a subject, we'll be more vocal to them and make sure that our times are coincided with theirs. And the Computing Society likes to make maps and stuff like that, so perhaps we can look at play testing them for them. So, getting involved with their activities.
Okay. On top
of what Pete just said, just CVC, like if there is any breakdown in communication, what went wrong, just try and fix it from there, but go from ground up. But I'm aware they make maps and stuff, so and obviously we're all gamers, we know what makes a good level in the game, and everything, so we know.
Right. Call an end there, 'cause
Yeah.
I'm getting off the topic.